someone told me, like, go read deeper into this EULA agreement. Like, look at what it actually says, what they're actually doing with your content. Because with so much of my involvement in the voice space with NFTs and how people are focused on intellectual property, was Lewis said, beating the ownership drum, it just made me think about it. And as I started to go through and look at these things and what they're saying in terms of how am I actually seeing what I think I'm seeing here, because this seems a little different. Now, admittedly, I don't typically read end user license agreements. It's, you know, you want to use their platform, you have to follow the agreement that they have. That's kind of the way it goes. But this one, for some reason, made me read it. So we're going to just go into a couple of the things that I found a little disturbing, and then we're going to invite people to just let us know if they want to have a big, deeper conversation. We're going to keep this going for about 10 minutes, do these sessions, and just kind of make them aware of what they may or may not be aware of and hear their feedback.
Just to refresh, we're talking about the Hi-Ho EULA agreement. Yeah, I guess EULA agreements in general, but specifically this one, because we found some very, very jarring, descriptive, and I don't want to go as far as to say unfair because it's their platform, but some things that, you know, I couldn't agree to. So Nigel was talking about, I'll just begin at where he was at the grants of right of ownership. So it strikes me in most of their terms, right, they start out by what I call a red herring, right? They start off by telling you that you unconditionally, irrevocably, you know, you own your copyright. They're not taking that away from you, but then they go on to kind of take that away from you. So I'll just read some of the language here again, just to reiterate some of the things that Nigel, you know, had read. Their first right is you hereby irrevocably and unconditionally grant to Hi-Ho and its successors, assigns, and licenses a perpetual, sub-licensable, transferable, assignable, fully paid up, royalty-free, worldwide license, right? So basically, you're giving them a free right to use your material in pretty much however they want to use it. They're going to use, edit, reproduce, publicly display, publicly perform, exhibit, broadcast, transmit, publish, and distribute your content. And, you know, usually this is what we want these companies that we're dealing with to do, you know, on our behalf. We don't necessarily want to be as restrictive. And some of these things, if you take separate to themselves, it don't really mean a lot. But until you continue to read, and some of the meaning starts to take effect on you, right? So we understand that they're going to use your material however they want, wherever they want. They're going to edit it, do pretty much whatever they want. Okay, fine, because these are some of the things we want to do. But then it gets a little, this is where, you know, it starts to go a little deeper. You hereby irrevocably and unconditionally grant to Hi-Ho and its successors a perpetual license throughout the universe to use, copy, reproduce, publish, distribute, buy, sell, rental, lease, or otherwise, broadcast, exhibit, stream, transmit, communicate to the public, make available for the public, public perform, distribute, derivative works, you know, so the kit and the caboodle. And it goes on to further tell you that they're going to make money off your material and you don't even have a right to do this yourself, right? So I don't understand like how nobody could see the hypocrisy in this, saying, you know, we're gonna take your material and make money off of it, but you don't even have the right to do that, right? Like I can't take my own content and make money, but you can. I'm not sure if a lot of content creators could have really read this whole EULA agreement, in my opinion. Okay. Number Number 5, right? Let me just read this portion right here, just not to be too confusing. So you
Please.
acknowledge and
Yeah.
agree that any revenue or value that Hi-Ho may generate through the sale of advertising and other promotions on Hi-Ho services or from any use of user content, which you're the user, your content, including but not limited to sub-licensing, shall not entitle you to participate in or share any such revenue or value whatsoever. In addition, you shall have no right to receive any income or consideration from any user content. Again, you're the user and it's your content, and are prohibited from
You
monetizing
know,
or receiving consideration from any user content on the Hi-Ho services or any third-party platform or service. Pretty clear to me.